morning, MJS. It's Miss Han. How are you doing? Today is Wednesday, May 13th, 2020. I'm going to share my screen because we have an awesome joke coming to us today. All right, let's check it out. These are some Disney-themed jokes.
Hi, everyone. I have a joke for you. So what did Mickey use to search the web? An iPad mini. Okay, I have another one. What's a cow's favorite Disney princess? Mulan. Okay, I hope you liked them. And bye.
Thanks so much. Those were really great. The love of Disney is spreading quickly through the school. As a reminder, we're celebrating Look for the Good Week this week. So today's challenge, we're encouraging you guys to write a kindness card. So you could write a little note to someone and give it to them in a way that's safe. Maybe leave a note for a postal worker in your mailbox, or ask your parents to leave a note for a grocery worker next time they have to pick up groceries. Just thinking about someone who's still doing something that we're really grateful for and writing them a little note to let them know that they are appreciated. Also, the question that was discussed at morning meetings, if you guys want to ask your folks at dinner to talk about it, is to talk about a gift you received that you will never forget. Remember, I'm going to share real quick that you can show your gratitude using the school's Padlet. So you can see here is the Padlet we've created to have an online MJS gratitude wall. So make sure you stop by and leave a note about something that you are grateful for. You can also click on these hearts here. So if you read someone's, like Miss T here added that she is thankful for her students, so I can click the heart there to let her know I saw that one. So I'd love to see more and more people adding to this gratitude wall. And lastly, I am going to share a read aloud with you. And this read aloud is called Carmela Full of Wishes. Carmela Full of Wishes. Carmela scootered along the uneven dirt path, watching men stoop to work with their hands, her birthday bracelets jingling and jangling. The thick greenhouse air smelled of marigolds and overturned earth and fresh manure. Carmela knew exactly what manure was, but she didn't want to think about that. Not today. Today, she awoke to candles in her pancakes, and her mom sang, "Happy birthday to you," and told her, "Go on, mija, make a wish." But Carmela's wish had already come true. She was finally old enough to go with her big brother. Just want to make sure I didn't skip there. Carmela followed as he cut back onto the street at Freedom Boulevard, past the crowded bus stop and fenced off repair shop, past the old folks' home where two hunched old women waved smiles, past the huge home improvement store where her dad used to stand around weekend mornings waiting for work. Carmela tried to make small talk with her brother as their metal carts rattled, but her brother didn't make small talk back. He didn't want her tagging along. "Too bad," she told him with her glare. Just outside the laundromat, she picked a lone dandelion growing among the concrete weeds. She pulled a breath and leaned toward the fuzzy white bulb, but just before she could blow, her brother butted in. "Did you even make a wish? You're supposed to make a wish. Everyone knows that." "Of course I made a wish," she told him, but it was a lie. Carmela didn't know. Carmela helped her brother sort colors one-handed, helped him load the washers one item at a time. While their clothes spun, her imagination turned, each new thought ushered in by a jingle of bracelets. Her brother found the sound annoying and shot her a dirty look. "Too bad," she told him with her glare. She jingled her bracelets as she rode up to Miss Maria's vegetable stand, imagining a machine built into her bedroom wall, one that would spit out anything she could think of, but mostly candies. She jingled her bracelets in line at the locksmith shop, imagining her mom sleeping in one of those fancy hotel beds she spent all day making for fancy guests. She jingled her bracelets at the bodega down the block from their old apartment building, imagining her dad getting his papers fixed so he could finally be home. She jingled her bracelets outside the pharmacy, eyeing the shiny new bikes in the window. Her brother stopped in his tracks. "Why do you have to be so annoying?" She thrummed her bracelets at him and said, "It's a free country." The only time she didn't reach for her bracelets was when her brother ducked into his friend's house. Carmela slumped down on the curb, silently imagining all the things she could turn him into. The slimy pink tail of a rat, a cockroach scurrying away from the light, a wheelbarrow full of manure left in the sun. She stared down at the dandelion in her hand. It seemed so much more important now that she knew it was a place to put her wishes. What if she made the wrong choice? Carmela decided to hop a curb on the long trip home. But her tire caught and her handlebars twisted and she went crashing to the concrete. "Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry." But then she saw her dandelion crushed beside the drain. She looked up at her big brother, warm tears rolling down her cheeks. He lifted up her scooter. "You okay?" She shook her head and pointed. "My wish." He took her by the arm and led her back up the block, past the laundromat and the flea market, past the greenhouses and the smell of manure, past the overgrown park and across the train tracks. He didn't stop until they made it to the abandoned farmhouse near a cliff overlooking the sea. "Close your eyes," he said. Carmela closed them. "Now make your wish," he said. Carmela listened to the ocean's hum in the distance. She listened to the squawking birds. She listened to the wind whistling past her ears. Then she opened her eyes. She saw hundreds of tiny white spores lifting into the air, floating out toward the far-off surf. The sky was full of wishes. "Let's go," her brother said. "Don't you want to know my wish?" she asked. He shook his head. "If you tell me, it won't come true." She looked back one last time, then took off her bracelets and followed her brother home. I hope you enjoyed that read aloud. I saw that a lot of people on the gratitude wall were grateful for their family, and so am I. You can see that even though Carmela and her brother were annoying each other, they still had a lot of love for each other, and her brother showed her some kindness toward the end of that story. I hope you have a great day and you can think of someone that you can share a kindness card with today. I think it will really help people look for the good.